Right now on Fox 43 Featured, borough officials in southern York County are under fire for a lack of communication about its public meeting, how people are calling for more transparency. Harrisburg Mayor Wanda Williams is threatening to sue City Council what a potential lawsuit could mean for taxpayers. Plus, the Pennsylvania Farm Show is starting this weekend with the theme of America's 250th birthday, how organizers are preparing, and a preview of what's to come. Thanks for joining us for Fox 43 Featured. I'm Robert Stover. Residents in Shrewsbury, York County, say they were left in the dark about a zoning decision that could reshape their neighborhood. As Fox 43's Sydney Nauman explains, the controversy stems from the borough's notification to residents that some say they never received.
Yeah, they're suing.
The notice arrived for just 3 residents, including Jane Dunlap, who says the concerns span an entire Shrewsbury neighborhood.
I went and asked the others to see if anybody else had received anything. No one else received anything.
The communication controversy stems from a proposed Rutter's convenience store expansion on Main Street. The company wanted to purchase a neighboring dance studio property, tripling the gas station's current size and fuel load, and possibly introducing alcohol sales and gambling machines. In November, the borough's zoning hearing board denied the request, and on Monday, the issue resurfaced.
We put a notice out to the residents that came to the zoning hearing board and said, hey, we have a meeting January 5th if you want to come and check it out.
Borough Manager Brian Schweitzer says that notice followed protocol, alerting only those who testified at the original hearing or requested updates. Adding to residents' frustrations, the January 5th borough meeting agenda wasn't posted to the municipal website until 5:30 p.m. on the evening of the meeting, though Schweitzer says it was advertised in the newspaper and the borough newsletter.
If you're a municipal government, transparency is the key. And we always are transparent. And, we had one mode of communication that didn't work properly, but and it will in the future.
Dunlap says when it comes to community interests, following protocol isn't the same as keeping residents informed.
The borough is not going to inform those of us taxpayers that live in this area. They're not going to inform us of this meeting that's happening.
For now, the borough is waiting to see if Rutter's appeals the zoning board's decision. The company has 30 days to file. Sydney Nauman, Fox 43 News.
We have more details on Monday's stabbing at a Chambersburg middle school. Chambersburg police told Fox 43 this week that the suspect is a 14-year-old who is being tried as a juvenile, and the victim is an 11-year-old who has since been released from the hospital. They say the stabbing took place in a bathroom in the school, though it was previously reported that it happened near the entrance of the school. As of this hour, the suspect is facing attempted homicide and aggravated assault charges and is being held at a juvenile detention facility. Also in Chambersburg, officers at the Franklin County Jail are calling on local leaders to address staffing shortages after 3 violent incidents occurred in a month. The latest incident happened on Monday when an inmate allegedly hit an officer in the head with a tablet. A later investigation confirmed the altercation took place. However, the officer was not struck in the head. Officers say the incident highlights the safety issues caused by a lack of staff.
They stated that these incidents have not been on the rise, which just these past 3 incidents that occurred are indicators that it has been on the rise.
Fernandez says only 48 out of 106 officer positions are filled within the jail. And Governor Josh Shapiro is officially launching his re-election campaign. The governor made the run official at a press conference on Thursday in Pittsburgh. He released a new re-election campaign video ahead of the announcement where he touted his administration's achievements during his first term as governor and pledged to keep moving Pennsylvania forward.
You deserve someone focused on solving your problems, not creating more obstacles. Someone who goes to work for you every day, focused on you and on getting stuff done.
Although Shapiro has not disclosed any ambitions for higher office, political analysts say his first term has put him on the Democratic Party's radar as a potential presidential contender in 2028. Harrisburg Mayor Wanda Williams met with lawyers this week amid an ongoing dispute with City Council over the funding of key administrative positions. Fox 43's Matt Kleinden spoke with city officials about the impact a lawsuit could have on taxpayers.
Tensions in Harrisburg continue to simmer as the city government moves closer to a lawsuit.
That's not what's best for the citizens of Harrisburg.
Mayor Wanda Williams met with lawyers Tuesday afternoon, according to a city spokesperson, to discuss legal action against city council. The move comes after council members overrode vetoes to the city's budget and cut off funding for 4 positions within her administration.
We do not hire and we do not fire. So what we did was defund the position. The position is there, there's just no money. So we did nothing illegal.
It's not really my vote, it's the vote of the residents. So, listening to them, really bringing to light what they want to see within the budget.
City Treasurer Dan Miller expressed concern over the impact a lawsuit would have on Harrisburg. He says the mayor's office and city council would be required to use outside legal counsel, causing taxpayers to foot the bill.
That's a very expensive proposition because lawyers can cost hundreds of dollars an hour, and that can easily ramp up. This can go into 6 figures before we even blink an eye.
City officials hope that council members and the mayor's office can resolve the dispute before the issue heads to court.
They've got to work together. And this is, a lawsuit is not working together.
The city's spokesperson told Fox 43 that Williams would not comment further until the lawsuit is filed. Matt Kleinden's Fox 43 News.
Also in Harrisburg, Mayor Wanda Williams swore in 3 new police cadets for the city. The ceremony happened Thursday at the MLK Government Center in the city. This class will be the 128th to go through the Hack Police Academy. Mayor Williams says the event is an important step in each cadet's journey to serving Harrisburg.
Public safety is not sustained by officers alone, but by the trust, loyalty, and shared resolve of a city that believes in you, supports you, and is grateful for your service.
After the completion of the academy, cadets will enter field training with Harrisburg Police before becoming full-fledged officers. And traffic was slowed along Route 30 in Lancaster County on Thursday after a pig escaped from a farm truck driving through the area. It is seen here eating some grass along the side of the road on Route 30 at around 1 o'clock. Manheim Township Police were dispatched to divert traffic and keep an eye on the pig. Lancaster County Animal Response took over around 2 p.m., safely loading the pig into a truck before the scene was cleared and it was taken to an animal sanctuary. The butter sculpture at this year's Pennsylvania Farm Show was unveiled and honors America's 250th birthday and the role that Pennsylvania played in it. The sculpture is titled A Toast to Our Nation's 250th Anniversary and depicts the Declaration of Independence being unveiled in 1776, complete with the Liberty Bell, Betsy Ross's flag, and the founders drinking a glass of milk. Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding says the sculpture captures the theme of America 250 by looking at where the nation's seed was planted and the agriculture that helped it grow.
As we stand here in the comfort of this moment, in the celebration of dairy and a butter sculpture, is for all of us to sort of take time to look around, to think about all of these farms that are planted across our Commonwealth who every day allow us to enjoy the quality of life that we do.
The sculpture was made over 2 weeks by 2 Pennsylvania farmers using 1,000 pounds of butter donated by Land O'Lakes. And Thursday, January 15th, is Military Veterans and Families Day at the Farm Show. The Farm Show is honoring men and women for their service, with many vendors and exhibits offering special discounts or perks for vets in active duty military by just showing a valid military ID. That includes the Pennsylvania Dairymen's Association. They're giving out free milkshakes. A highlight of the day also includes the annual Army-Navy cook-off on the PA Preferred Culinary Connection stage. And with the Pennsylvania Farm Show coming up, Rapid Transit is offering transportation services to and from the event in Harrisburg. Riders can use Rapid Transit's Route 9 to travel to and from the Farm Show complex. That fixed route runs between multiple locations in the city and is available Monday through Friday for people heading to the Farm Show. We have more information on those services online at fox43.com. Community members in Redline in York County are questioning the rollout of new parking meters in the borough. What's causing the confusion and frustration? New parking meters placed outside a popular dining spot in York County have created a stir. Fox 43's Kyle Ennis checked in with the owner and Redline Borough to explain why so many people were caught off guard by the change.
Parking meters by Franklin Street Social and Redline are causing confusion.
How do you know, what you need to have? If it's just parking by coin and stuff, you have to have coins.
The meters originally installed last week for 10 spots in front of the venue accepted payment by coin only. The borough says that was a mistake from the vendor, and the meters will accept payment by card options too. Customers are still frustrated. Why pay when there is a free lot and street parking?
We park specifically in the parking lot because they have put meters out front, and who wants to pay for parking?
Franklin Street Social welcomed more than 40,000 visitors when it first opened in 2024. After increasing the original parking lot size, crowds are more manageable.
Fridays and Saturdays are still really packed. Sundays is packed at lunch. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there's plenty of room in the parking lot.
Their lot expanded from 80 to 120 spots, but there is overflow into the neighborhood during high traffic days. Residents complained about losing parking in front of their homes to visitors in nearby rental communities. Borough Manager Michelle Poole says the meters intend to limit parking up front to Franklin Street Social customers, opening more spots on the street to local residents.
Now under zoning, we require at least 2 spaces per unit to be provided. Unfortunately, there are more apartments than we have parking for. And so in order to keep tenants from parking where businesses are, we have meters.
The borough says the meters will be active during normal business hours when the correct parts are installed, but there is no timeline for that installation. Kyle Ennis, Fox 43 News.
Fox 43 and the American Red Cross teamed up once again for a blood drive this week in York County. Dozens of donors, including a few members of our Fox 43 team, showed up to the JCC in York Township to help save lives. Right now, Red Cross officials say there's a blood shortage in Pennsylvania, and every donation can help up to 3 people. Now, if you missed this blood drive, you can find one near you at redcrossblood.org. And we do want to thank everyone who made it out on Thursday. A walk down a NICU hallway that once meant fear is now filled with hugs and hope. The reunion between a family and the nurse who helped save their baby's life after the break. A central Pennsylvania family is returning to the NICU, not in crisis, but with hugs and gratitude to thank the care team who helped save their baby's life. Fox 43's Amy Lutz has their story of fear and faith.
For Lindsay and Jim Pettis, this walk back into the UPMC Harrisburg's NICU is one they hope to never take again. This time, however, they returned not in fear, but in gratitude.
It's so good to see you too.
Nearly 3 years ago, this same hallway was the start of a medical emergency that changed everything.
It was a Sunday afternoon. I had felt little movement from Memphis in my belly, and I knew that in my gut something wasn't right.
Within hours, Lindsay was rushed to the hospital. What doctors first thought might be dehydration quickly became urgent.
They did an ultrasound and they said, "This baby is coming now." My heart sank.
It may not look like it now, but Memphis was born extremely premature, just 1 pound 13 ounces. He had to be delivered locally and then flown by helicopter to Harrisburg.
We watched that helicopter take off. And then we just sat there in the room like, what happened? It was such a shock.
Distance, recovery from a C-section, and caring for big brother Keith meant the Pettis family couldn't always be at Memphis's bedside.
Both of us being able to see, like, just log into the camera on our phone and just, okay. Hey.
Donor-funded NICU cameras allowed them to check on Memphis anytime, offering reassurance during the most uncertain moments.
It means so much to someone when their baby's fighting for their life and you can't be there. It gives so much reassurance. I knew that he was in great hands.
Nurse only has 2 babies too.
One of those steady hands was Nurse Penny Sonneman, who cared for Memphis and supported his parents through their hardest days.
Seeing Lindsay and Jim and then Memphis and getting to meet the sibling for the first time too was very heartwarming.
Today, Memphis is nearly 3 years old, active, growing, and thriving.
You know, he's a very ornery little boy and he definitely keeps us on our toes, but we wouldn't want life any other way.
Hi, Jim.
A reunion filled with hugs, memories, and a whole lot of gratitude. The family says it was a reunion made possible by life-saving care at UPMC, mixed with compassion and a ton of community support. With your Health Smart report, Amy Lutz, Fox 43 News.
Big changes to the CDC's childhood vaccine schedule are now in effect. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has revisited its childhood vaccine schedule at the recommendation of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. The revision lowers the number of recommended vaccines from 17 to 11 for children. While vaccines protecting against illnesses like polio, chickenpox, and HPV remain routine, parents are now encouraged to talk with their child's pediatrician before deciding on others, including COVID-19 and hepatitis A and B.
These vaccinations are still universally recommended within the state of Pennsylvania. They're still universally recommended by the expert organizations, most notably the American Academy of Pediatrics. So I would encourage people to go to their trusted medical professionals to talk with their pediatrician.
Doctors warn changes like this can be confusing, especially as illnesses like the flu and RSV continue to circulate. They say vaccines remain one of the most effective tools to protect kids from serious diseases. And a new law is helping first responders with the overdose epidemic in the Commonwealth. The law requires EMS to enter information about the potential substance, method of consumption, and whether the situation is deadly or not while responding to a suspected overdose at the scene. Using the mapping, officials can track in real time where incidences are happening. Those involved say this will help them plan resources and better coordinate efforts. Lawmakers and EMS say this is about helping each person at a moment's notice where time is everything.
We are fighting for our communities and our families and for every Pennsylvanian who lost somebody they loved this epidemic. Because behind every law we pass is a life that we're trying to save.
The more data we have, the better we can prepare ourselves, the better we can help educate the public, and the better we can prepare our vehicles.
Officials hope the online systems will modernize and prioritize patient care. Well, after the Hershey Bears record teddy bear toss, the team is back to work in the community. What the players have to say about giving back just ahead. Less than a day after the team's iconic teddy bear toss, the Hershey Bears were hard at work turning stuffed animals into smiles. Fox 43's Ryan Yee has details of the effort to get the tens of thousands of stuffed animals that rained down on the ice Sunday into the hands of the community.
Thousands of stuffed animals hit the ice.
They score! Sweet cuddly mayhem! It's a sky full of stuffies! It's the teddy bear toss magic in Hershey!
And end up with more than 60 charities across Pennsylvania, all in less than 24 hours.
Takes a village for the teddy bear toss. Yesterday, 80,000 bears on the ice, and a quick turnaround in the wee hours of the morning, all throughout this day to pick up teddy bears. And you know what, that's the most exciting part.
Just one day after the Hershey Bears' iconic teddy bear toss, it was distribution day at the Giant Center.
This is the day that always hits me the most. Last night is when the Bears hit the ice. It is fast and furious.
An all-hands-on-deck effort to bring what many know as sweet cuddly mayhem to thousands of people across their community.
It's sweet with the generosity. We are in the sweetest place on earth. Cuddly, these bears go in the hands of all sorts of young kids that need a smile to start 2026. And the mayhem, the madness, it's crazy here today, getting these all in on the trucks.
Dozens of trucks packed to the brim. And distributed to those in need of a smile.
We're brightening smiles from newborns to people in their 80s and 90s, so it's just tremendous.
A joint effort by a team and its fans to make a plushy yet important impact.
And that just is a testament to our fans and the importance of giving back to the community. So our players feel it, our coaches feel it, our teammates behind me feel it, and our fans are just the epitome of giving back to the community in all things Hershey Bears Cares.
Ryan Yee, Fox 43.
In Lebanon County, officials announced the Java Journey is coming back this year for the 7th time. People are invited to sip their way through the region's participating coffee shops in this self-guided tour. Participants can get a passport and collect stamps at all 14 locations, with several prizes up for grabs, including a stay at the Anvil Inn Bed and Breakfast. Visit Lebanon Valley officials say the goal is to help the local economy and small businesses. Last year's Java Journey alone is estimated to have brought in approximately $150,000 of revenue to local businesses. It all kicks off January 15th and runs through March 28th. And that's going to do it for Fox 43 Featured. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. Have a good one.